All right, so you're back from PPAI Expo 2026. You've got a stack of business cards, you've got a list of budget scans, but now what are you going to do? Because what happens now is going to determine inside of Q1 whether you get an ROI or if you just wasted 20 grand, probably like every year. Most promo companies are already failing at this. They're barely following up. And even if they are, they're just sending generic, like, nice to meet you emails to everyone. But my company personally has ran some of the world's most successful outbound campaigns for branded merch companies. We see up to 75% positive reply rates. So in this video, I just kind of decided to fix all of this problem for you guys, all these problems, and give you the exact three-step system to just turn this pile of leads into actually closed deals, money that you can utilize. So let's get into it. We're going to be covering three things. Step one is to split your list. So you want to segment your list and research what they actually buy. What I mean by this is the biggest mistake is treating all leads equally, right? Different industries spend differently on promo. A tech company that's going to buy onboarding kits is not the same as a real estate company, maybe buying like client gifts, right? You can't send them the same message. So you need to segment your list by industry so you can reach them with targeted offers. And you don't have to do this manually. There is a tool called manus.im. It's going to visit every prospect's website and analyze what they do and create a new column called industry. So you just give it your list and you prompt it to do so. And then it can automatically categorize the industries for every single lead and just have an industry column with industries like tech, real estate, finance, whatever it is. Now you have a clean list. And so what you can do with that is then enrich your data, obviously, because most of the time budget scans are going to give you maybe like a name or a company name. But maybe even a generic company email, right? But that's not enough. You want to reach the decision makers and their emails. So you need to basically enrich their data for the work email, the mobile number, and the LinkedIn profile, because you want to reach these prospects across all channels that they're present, not just one. So if you plug your list that you have into a tool like Prospeo, it can basically use whatever information you have from the budget scan and just enrich the entire, it's gonna enrich the entire prospect basically. It can give you funding data, it can give you their name, their email, everything like that. So it's absolutely perfect for this use case. And some people are going to ignore your emails, obviously. So that's why you want to have their phone numbers, they'll link to, so you can get as many shots on net and just increase your chance of starting a conversation, because some people like channels more than others. So now that you've enriched your list with Prospeo, which you can find in the link down below, now you have a segmented list with enriched data. So it's time to launch. What you first need to do is create your messaging. So messaging in promo really consists of three things, right? If you just offer generic swag, you're going to get commoditized. So you need to pitch a specific solution to a specific problem that the prospect faces. So every winning pitch in promo really has three use cases. So the first one, you can ignore the cold email part. The first one is the product, something tangible that they can visualize, like a Yeti, like a Stanley. What is trending in their industry? This is really what you want to find. What products are they spending on? And then the use case. So why do they need it? Are they onboarding employees and need to send them gifts? Or do they have an event and they need to give it away in exchange for demos in their booth as kind of a gift to prospects? Who knows, right? Well, it depends on the industry. And then the benefit is, what do they want out of it? What is the real business outcome? Is it more revenue? Is it more, like more sales is the same thing? Or is it, decreased turnover? Really the stuff that people care about. Now, you might be thinking, well, how am I going to find all three of these elements? How am I going to define them and kind of reach out with messaging that encompasses all three of those when I don't even know who they are or what they need, right? I need to speak to them first, give them their needs, all that, woohoo stuff. But you don't need to guess, because you'll notice that prospects in the same sub-industry usually have the same problem, or at least the industry. So like, for example, if I told you, hey, what do most of your SaaS companies buy, like your SaaS clients, you're going to tell me a specific use case and, the types of products really, which is going to be like Yeti, Stanley, what they care about. And if I tell you, what the benefit is, you're going to tell me what they probably told you on the sales calls, like, oh, to reduce turnover, to increase client loyalty. So what you want to do, you don't have to ask your clients. You can just use Manus again and give it a specific prompt. Basically, you can ask it to find the top 3 promotional products use cases for the industry and the trending products that they're buying in 2026. And then the primary business benefit they expect from those products. So you just have to ask it about all 3 of these, but for every industry from your lead list. And then once it gives you the answers, now you have a different messaging angle for each industry in your list. So what you have to do then is create a separate message for every industry, but you have to also create and segment the messages based on the channel. So overall, let's say you have 2 industries, you have to create the cold email script for both of them, the LinkedIn script for both of them, and the cold calling script for both of them. The best part is I've already created the messages for you, the templates. You just have to plug in whatever research you get from Manus. So for cold email, hi name, great connecting at PPAI a couple of weeks ago. I was just reaching out to see if you'd be interested in creating products with company branding for use case. It's a great way to achieve benefit. Let me know if you'd be open to seeing some samples. Just a conversation starter. Best part is you guys just have to plug in your research, and it's the same across LinkedIn and email. The only difference is that this one has an extra step where you need to send a connection request before messaging them. And then this one is you have to say an opening line just so they allow you to pitch even further for like cold calling. So for LinkedIn, you need to basically send them a connection request first. And I'm going to show you how to automate this, or just how to send it using another tool. And then you just need to say, hi name, great connecting at PPAI, excited to connect here too. And then, hey again, after they accept your connection request. So this is just an intro to get them to accept you, add you to the network, and then you can go from there, say the same pitch. And then for cold calling, what you really want to do, I've made almost more than 100,000 dials, so I kind of know what works. So you just need to basically say your opener of like, hey, we connected, blah, blah, blah. I was wondering if you just had 2 minutes to discuss branded merch about use cases. Like, yeah, sure. What ideas do you have for us? And then you just hit them with the pitch again. Super simple. And then you do that for every channel, for every industry based on this stuff that you've identified. Now, what do you do? How do you automate this so that you're not doing any work other than just setting this stuff up? So for cold email, you want to use a tool called smartly.ai. It basically allows you to connect domains, to buy domains, buy inboxes, and then plug those into a sending tool. So you're sending like, hundreds of emails a day or tens of emails a day without you actually manually sending it. So it's absolutely great, and it warms them up so that you don't land in spam. So this is a good way to automate your cold email outreach to these prospects. You can upload your list there, set up your campaigns, etc. Now, for LinkedIn, what you can use is HeyReach, but LinkedIn has very strict limits on how many people you can message per day. So I actually do recommend, because you guys won't have huge lists, don't even bother with HeyReach. Just send manual messages. If you guys are really doing high volume scale, it's going to get you banned. So you probably shouldn't do that. You should just send manual LinkedIn messages, and that'll be pretty much fine. And you can also send a connection request from there. Now, when it comes to cold calling, you guys would use Salesfinity, which is an AI parallel dialer. You basically call, and it basically reaches 5 prospects at once, and then it connects you to the one who picks up first. And it uses AI detection to remove voicemails, because if you keep, getting a pickup and then it's a voicemail, it kind of wastes your time or your sales rep's time. So that's another thing to kind of go for. And it also can research your prospects in real time to pull in information. You can personalize your cold call a little bit. It is the highest quality cold calling tool that I've ever used, and I absolutely love it. So that's pretty much it. Now, don't be lazy. Actually implement the system. Don't just watch this while you're, eating your lunch or whatever. If you do this properly, you're going to fill your calendar with appointments and turn that PPAI investment into like massive profit. And if you want us to build this entire outbound system for you, or just an outbound system that reaches new prospects, we specialize fully in promo and print. So you can book a call with me below, a demo. I'll show you how it works, and we'll go through a custom outbound strategy for you potentially. So yeah, peace.